Warm welcome to SSRVM Academic Head, Mrs. Rama Venkatesh ji. Our speaker for today, Ms. Komal Malik, principal, teachers, and my dear students. Before we begin, let's chant Om three times. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. There is a surprise for you concerning today's session. Let me introduce Ms. Komal Malik, a very dynamic and talented coordinator of SSRVM Bangalore South. She has more than 10 years of experience in education field. She has conducted many workshops for teachers and has planned the curriculum for foundation years for SSRVM schools. Today she is here to develop our soft skills. A, heart, a hearty welcome to Ms. Komal Malik to this life skills session of today. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rekha ma'am, for that very warm welcome. And Jai Gurudev, everyone. Good morning. I can see some students joined us today, and I know that you've been having fantastic sessions on various life skills. And all these life skills are imperative, right? You can't do without food, you can't do without clothing. I've been watching all the fantastic sessions that you had. And today also we will be talking about an extremely important skill that is absolutely important in our daily lives, without which we are not able to take proper decisions. We sometimes fail to express ourselves. And so we will be talking about communication today. And I will just go keep it very light, very simple, interactive. So please use your comment section and your chat box, your comment box to keep interacting with me throughout the session. I'll share my slide with you. Okay, so you know that this skill is absolutely imperative for our life, but and to communicate well with others, it is a basic tenet of society. Yes, but how do you begin communication? How do you develop this skill? If you realized that you started to listen to your family members, your parents, and you started to see them model communication in front of you, the basic communication skills, and you developed from there. Am I right? But why is this skill so important? Can you write in the comment section below? I'm also reading the YouTube chat here. You can live chat with me. So why do you feel this communication is so important for all of us? Hi, Arjun. Yes, it is absolutely important. Why? Because we need to express, isn't it? We are all social beings and we need to express our feelings. We need to share ideas. We have emotions, we have thoughts, and we need to express all that. We need to connect. We need to connect with our family members, with our friends, with people around us. Yes, we also want to share our needs. Yes, we also need to share our desires and our dreams. We want to do all of that, isn't it? Absolutely. Sharing feelings. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Somebody has written, but whether he has written information to give and to take information, all of these are very important factors where communication is extremely important. And how do you do that? How do you communicate in your daily life? How can you communicate? Just think about it for a second. You communicate every day from morning till night. How do you do that? Yes, you use words. Yes, absolutely. And so when it comes to communication, we all feel that we need to communicate by speaking. The first thought that appears, it appears to us as we have to speak and communicate. But today we are also going to look into the very, very basic of communication. We will also learn that there is something more into communication. Even when it is a spoken communication, there is a little more into expressing than just speaking. Yeah. And I will just take you to a very, very quick short story that I made up in my own mind. And the story goes like, there was a boy, Freddy, and he kept dreaming about making a few wishes in his life. Okay. And from a very, very young age, when he was really little, like 3 years, 4 years, whenever, he was ready to make a wish. And as he grew up, whatever you may call it, the fairy godmother, or there are no fairy godmothers, but this woman who was, observing Freddie from his school, just went to him and said that, Freddie, I've been observing, and I know that you have a few wishes to make. So I am here to fulfill one of your wishes. So is there something that you want to tell me? At first, Freddie just got a little startled because he had never shared that with anyone in school. So he started to just go inward, and he started to shy away, and he started to shut off. And he was also very anxious and nervous about sharing something with somebody like that. But the lady promised him that it's absolutely okay and she would help him make a wish come true. So she asked him, Freddie, this is your chance, you can tell. So he looked at her with shy eyes, and he was not able to make eye contact, and he said, I want a dog. So he said it in a very low voice, I want a dog. And she said, what you want a log? I have not come here to make your such a wish come true. So ask something better, Freddie. And he said that, I want a pet. Again, Freddie's body gesture was shy and he was very timid. And so she said, pet, you want a bat? So, he was not very clear. And then the lady got a little confused and said that, Freddie, maybe there is something that you need to learn before making a wish. And so she taught Freddie three basic rules of speaking. She told Freddie to make an eye contact and never hide away the face and cover your mouth while speaking. See, sometimes when we sit like this and we are talking, if Komal sits like this and talks with you will feel like I'm maybe not interested. You may not feel that it is clear, right? And once, if I'm not clear, or if I am muttering in my own mouth, then you will not find that communication effective. Am I right? So let's learn these three rules that are written on the screen. Absolutely make an eye contact whenever you are speaking to someone. Never hide your face or cover your mouth. Speak clearly and do not mutter, do not mumble. Okay, so these were the basic three rules of speaking. And what happens when we are not able to communicate well? Why is it so important to always make a point? Because it leads to disappointment, isn't it? You're not able to make better decisions. You're not able to put your point in a clear manner. And it leads to anger, frustration, sometimes even depression. People feel dejected. And children, they don't know whether they will be taken properly, their words be understood well by others. And so all these negative feelings occupy your mind. It's unnecessary. You can choose to communicate in, you can choose the proper words. You can use your actions and gestures, improve your body language, and stay away from these negative blocks, right? So how will you do this? How can you do this? You will tell me, Komal ma'am, these 3 points are, for maybe for the younger kids. I always speak clearly. I never, I make eye contact. I'm following all these 3 points that you have told. But have you not experienced time when you have not been able to make your point, or you miscommunicated, or your whatever you tried to communicate was not taken in the right sense? Has that ever happened with you? Yes, sometimes others, they don't understand us. Our parents do not agree with us, right? Our friends sometimes misunderstand us. Yes, and these gaps, where are these gaps? Where these gaps come from? Yeah, so let us understand, let us watch this video I have for you here, and let us understand the very basic of communicating well and effectively. Yes, although the video is from a children's book, but every time I listen to this video, I learn something. And I just want your complete participation. I want all the children, especially those who have joined us from YouTube and those who are there with me on Zoom, to watch it from beginning till the end, because what we are going to learn in this workshop today, in this session today, all the things are hidden in this video. Okay, and I have a small task for you after you watch this video. So let me just quickly put on this video for you.
This book about communication. Saying what you mean. A children's book about communication. You are a communicator. Communication is exchanging or passing along feelings, thoughts, or information. A communicator is one who exchanges or passes along feelings, thoughts, or information. Sometimes you use your head to communicate. Yes. No. Sometimes you use your face to communicate. I'm happy. I'm sad. Your face can communicate. I'm mad. I'm annoyed and frustrated. Your face can communicate. I'm thinking. I'm confused. Your face can communicate. I'm surprised. I'm worried. Your face can communicate. I'm scared. I'm disappointed. Sometimes you use your hands to say, no, okay. Your hands can say, I hope so, too. Your hands can say, shh, that's too loud. I can't hear. Sometimes you use your arms and hands to communicate. Hello and goodbye. Over there. Your arms and hands can say, you, me. Your arms and hands can say, give it to me. Take it. Your arms and hands can say, come here. Stay away. Your arms and hands can say, I don't know. I won! Your arms and hands can say, you did a good job. I liked what you did. Let's be friends. Sometimes your whole body can communicate. I love you. Aww. I hate you. Your body can say, I'm shy. Leave me alone. I feel rejected and alone. Your body can say, I'm confident. I know I can do it. I'm proud of myself. I like the things I do. Sometimes you communicate through art. Sometimes you communicate through music. Sometimes you communicate by dancing. Sometimes you communicate by writing. Sometimes you communicate through drama.
Help me!
Talking is another way you communicate. When you talk, you use words. Sometimes you need only one word to communicate. Words like hello, yes, no, stop, go, wait, okay, look, please, thanks, sorry, and don't are sometimes all you need to communicate everything you want to communicate. At other times, you need more than one word to communicate. What you do with words, how you put them together, and how you say them makes them a form of communication. The same words can communicate different messages. You're something else. You're something else. The meaning you give to words depends upon many things, such as how softly or how loudly you say them. I think you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Oh, stop it. You're embarrassing me. My sister got sick and threw up in the car last night, and you know what happened then? Oh, stop it. You're embarrassing me. The meaning you give to words depends upon how slow or how fast you say them. Watch out, there's a can of paint on top of that ladder. Watch out, there's a can of paint on top of that ladder. The meaning you give to words depends upon how kindly or how unkindly you say them. You look different in your new glasses. You look different in your new glasses. The meaning you give to words depends upon how sincerely or how insincerely you say them. That's a nice picture, Kim. That's a nice picture. The meaning you give to words depends upon how confidently or how timidly you say them. Do you think you can do it? Yes. Do you think you can do it? Yes. The meaning you give to words depends upon how enthusiastically or how unenthusiastically you say them. I like it. I like it. The meaning you give to words depends upon what you are doing when you say them. Ha ha, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Sometimes you want to communicate to someone how you feel. I'm lonely, Dad. Sometimes you want to communicate to someone what you think. I thought it would be a good idea for us to start a clubhouse. Sometimes you want to communicate to someone what you want. Sometimes you want to communicate to someone what you need. I'm thirsty, Mom. I need a drink of water. Sometimes you want to communicate to someone your hopes and dreams. When I grow up, I want to be a famous movie star. Sometimes you want to communicate to someone facts and information. Did you know that it's approximately 10 miles from my house to your house? I clocked it on my bike. If you want to communicate important things like how you feel, what you think, what you want, what you need, your hopes and dreams, or facts and information, you need to do several things. To begin with, important things need to be communicated at the right time. It is not the right time to communicate important things if you are too busy to think about what you are saying or if the person you want to communicate with is too busy to think about what you are saying. Did you want to talk to me now? Not now, Mom. I'm putting my model together. Mother, I want to talk to you right now. You need to wait for a time when you can communicate. Mom, I'm not busy now. Can you talk? You need to wait for a time when the person you want to communicate with can listen. And then, I'm not busy. I can talk to you now. Communicate. Second, important things need to be communicated to the right people. People who are not interested in you are not the right people to whom you should communicate important things. People who are not interested in what you are saying are not the right people to whom you should communicate important things. I really don't care. You need to find someone who is interested in you. You need to find someone who is interested in what you have to say, and then communicate. Third, important things need to be communicated accurately and honestly. This boy's communication is accurate and honest. That looks fun. I wish I could play. This boy's communication is not accurate and honest. I don't want to play with you guys. What you're doing is dumb. This girl's communication is accurate and honest. I wish Mother would pay more attention to me. This girl's communication is not accurate and honest. I hate babies. They cry too much. This boy's communication is accurate and honest. I hope the teacher will like my picture and hang it up on the wall. This boy's communication is not accurate and honest. You probably don't like my picture because it's not very good. Only when you communicate accurately and honestly can people know and understand what you want them to know and understand. Only when you communicate accurately and honestly can people respond accurately and honestly to you. Before you communicate, think about what you are going to say. Can I play too? Sure. Then say it as accurately and honestly as you can. When you pay so much attention to the baby, I feel jealous. Could you pay some attention to me? I understand how you feel. Of course I can pay some attention to you. I hope you like my picture. I did the best I could. This is nice. Let's hang it on the wall. You are a communicator. You communicate every day with everyone around you. When you communicate important things, remember to communicate at the right time, communicate to the right people,
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
and communicate accurately and honestly. Good communication will help you get along with other people. It can make your life happier. Good communication all depends on how well you say what you mean.
Can you write down in the comment section what you learned quickly? I'm looking at all the comments here. So what we learned is that communication, even when it is spoken, it is more than what you're speaking, the words, right? You can communicate with your head, your eyes, your face, your body gestures, your tone, your all of those things are so important, right? To make it more effective. And I read here, look, Lolakshi D has written, communication should be easily tracked, achieved, and referenced. Communication must be dual. Right. Very nice, Lolakshi. Very nice. Yes, it is absolutely the most important skill. You made that point well. And so nowadays, I want, there are so many things that we can learn about uh, communication as a skill. But today's focus is on spoken communication, and we are going to keep it very simple and few strategies which you can immediately start using to make your communication more effective. So let's just revisit the points. It's important, right, to say what you mean. But in our society, and sometimes, like I began with the point that we start to see others in our family members or in our circle, immediate environment, we start to see them and as a model for communication for us to learn how to communicate, right? But every time, the model that we are referring to may not be the only way. Yes, that is something that is very important. And to say what you mean, you don't have to sound mean. You can be accurate and honest. You can make your point without sounding mean. And that is why you're going to use your body gestures more than words. Yes. So I'm just moving on to the presentation back there. And so what we learned through this story is that we need to communicate at the right time with the right people. Yes. Let's take a quick example of the right time. So teacher is speaking and teacher is asking a question in her online session, especially nowadays what we see, and student will unmute and say, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. And teacher is trying to put her point there, and students will, unmute and start saying that. And when ma'am will ask, yes, beta, what is it? What do you say? Ma'am, can I have some water? Ma'am, can I go to washroom? Yeah. So is that a right time? When teacher is teaching a concept and making a point, is there a right time to ask that question? We have to be mindful of that. Right time is important. Same ways, right people. It's extremely important. So you're upset with XYZ and you go to ABC to tell that. Does it not happen all the time? It happens all the time, right? It happens with adults also. It happens that we have a problem with Komal and we go to Meenakshi to tell that. It's better to go to Komal and use all the points that you have learned, the right gesture, the voice intonation, and make your point, right? And nowadays, we have outcome based communication. So, what is more effective is, for example, you want to persuade your parents to agree to something. I need a skateboard, mama. I have seen my friends doing skateboard and I want to learn it. And mama is saying, okay, we'll see, we'll just take it. And you, in your ways, how you persuade. So what is the outcome? What are you going to get through it? Just having skateboard is not enough, only making that statement, or it could be anything else you want. You want to have some online app, or you want to explore some game, whatever it is. You need to also think through the whole thing. What is it that you're going to achieve once you have it? Yeah. And then you use those points in your communication. And last and the final point, accurately and honestly. You communicate important things accurately and honestly, which is not taught to us. Okay. And I myself, I'm a grown up and I'm practicing these points now. Okay. And one thing I want to tell you is that communication is not something like you sip it and you have it. No. Okay. It is a lifelong process. It is how much you explore yourself, how much mindful you are of your own actions and words. And you are really, really lucky that you are having this information at such a young age. I learned these things much later in my life. And then I started to reflect on my communication with my friends, with my parents, with my family members. But you are so young and you know it, how to make it more effective. Yes. So, How can you make your communication more accurate and honest without hurting other people's feelings or being true to yourself? Yeah, I would say you remember 3 V's of spoken communication, which are verbal, vocal, and visual. Verbal is the choice of words that you make. She mentioned in the video that you think through your conversation before speaking. Then the voice intonation that you're using. Okay, so you saw in the video how you speak, how fast, how slow, how timidly, how enthusiastically you speak your words make an impact. It makes it more effective. Yes. And then the visual, the gestures that you have, how politely, how interestingly you're listening and you're speaking. Yeah, so remember these 3 V's. If you are mindful of these 3 V's, you can make your communication more accurate and more honest. Now, why? What is this accurate, honest? We don't understand. What if we are just carefree and we say things? What happens? What happens? Write in the comment section if you are not being accurate and honest in your conversation. And it happens a lot of time in our lives. Yes, we want to say yes to something and we say no. We want to say no to something and we say okay. Does it not happen with you? It happens with me so many times. Yeah. And so this is something that we need to consciously train ourselves for. It will take time, and your experiences, one after the other, will guide you through it. But it is so amazing that you have these skills now at this young age to practice this. And once you come into a formal environment where you need to communicate with your colleagues, with your in a professional environment, you would have those skills, right? Yes. So again, I would say you don't have to be mean to say what you mean, right? So how do you improve your conversation skills? You can watch films, you can watch movies, your shows that model good conversation skills. You can use technology, you can make your own video, you can make your own audios, revisit your videos and audios and see what is lacking. How's the gesture? Sometimes, sometimes we are not aware of our facial expression. Sometimes we ourselves are not aware of our gestures. We don't know how we look when we say something in a particular manner. Okay, so when you are practicing effective communication, you can use technology. You can sit in front of one of the recorders and see how you look, how you speak, what is the voice intonation that you might have to adapt, right? And so reinforce active listening. I'm going to be taking a listening part in some other session if I get a chance. But I want to make a point here that you communicate better only when you listen better. You have to listen, you have to take pause. There are so many things: entering a conversation, exiting a conversation, uh, you know um, paying attention to non-verbal skills. You keep a check on your stress and anxiety when you're communicating with someone else. You are engaged in the conversation with your active listening. So many things are there, but most important is active listening. If you're listening clearly, if you're able to comprehend what has been told to you, you are able to communicate better. And at school, you have so many events, so much opportunity that has been given to you. You can take part in group discussions, your presentations, your class presentations, all sort of activities that are happening. You celebrate festivals at school, so don't miss a chance. Sometimes you're online and you say, who's going to keep a check? It's okay, I'll pass this one, I'll do it next time. But I know some students who've been taking part in most of the activities very enthusiastically, and their communication skills, they are ought to get better, isn't it? When you take an opportunity as an opportunity, you get an experience which will add value, right? And Gurudev also says, you question to learn. Don't just question to gain attention, or just to make a point, just to show your presence. No, when you're questioning, your question should have meaning, true meaning, and it should show that you want to learn something. Yes, and again reflect. So like I said, it is a lifelong process. It is not something that Komal ma'am taught us, these 3 V's we are going to use, and these are the rules of speaking, and this is what I'm going to be using. No, again there will be a time that you will again make a mistake, there will be some miscommunication again in future, but sit and reflect. What happened? Where did I miss? What can I do better in my next conversation? And you will see yourself as a great communicator. Yes? So let us summarize quickly what we have learned. Communication does not happen only through words. Our hands, eyes, face, body, head, the whole body can make your communication effective. We learned more about spoken communication today, and I'll try to bring in some other aspects of communication if I get a chance again. Make eye contact. Do not cover your face while speaking. Do not mutter and speak clearly. These are the rules that you can remember. Communicate important things at the right time to the right people, and communicate accurately and honestly. And to make your communication more accurate and honest, keep in mind the 3 V's. What are they? Verbal, vocal, and visual. The choice of words, the intonation of the voice, and your body gestures. And you have to be mindful all the time. It does not mean that you can't be jovial, you cannot joke around. Absolutely. But you be mindful of your jokes. Why I say that? Sometimes our jokes, they hurt others, right? It is taken in a different way. We don't want to hurt others, but they are taken in a different way. And it happens. It happens. It will keep happening. A lot of things will keep happening, and you will keep learning through them. How do you be more mindful? Come on, give me that answer very quickly in the chat. How do you become more mindful? You all have been practicing that at school in the morning. Okay. By mistakes. Okay. Yes, you can make mistakes, but how do you become more mindful? Do you know what is meant by mindful? Mindful is when you're watching your actions, your words, your speech, everything, when you're watching yourself, when you're watching your mind, being more aware of everything that you do. Practice. What do you practice every day morning? Kriya, yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That has been given to you already. You've been practicing your Kriya from 3rd grade onward. Grade 8, you will have an upgrade now. You'll learn yes course. It is absolutely, I know at your age, you may find it like, what is this all about? But you will realize when you grow up that this is such a blessing in your life. Okay. Your Kriya is going to make you so self aware and mindful for everything that you do in your life. And once you are a great communicator, half of the things are already in place. You are happier, all that clog around you, your mind has more clarity, you make better decisions, all that little web that we spin around ourselves, all those distractions are not there. You can focus more on what is more productive. So all of that happens through our mindfulness, through our practices, our Sudarshan Kriya, Pranayam, Yoga. All of this will make you so skilled, so sharp, and you all are so sharp here, right? So I have a small assignment for you. You can take a screenshot of this page. My email ID is given here. I want you to write about one incident in your life which didn't go very well because of miscommunication or because of your communication that did not go well. Okay. And then what you have learned today, the 3 V's, the 3 rules of speaking, or the 3 other aspects that we learned today, the right time, right people, accurately, honestly, the 3 points that we covered today. You think of all of that in your head and tell me, just write to me, how would you use in that incident, how would you use your communication now to make it more effective? Is my question clear to everyone? Yes? Okay, great. Great, amazing. So I would really love reading from some of you, and you've been a fantastic audience. I really love the way Lalakshi and Ananya are participating. Great to read from you. So just write about one incident where you felt that your communication didn't go very well. It could be with anyone, your parents, your grandparents, your younger sibling, older sibling, brother, sister, teacher, friend, anyone. Okay? And you tell me what strategy would you use? How would you make it more effective? Okay? So that's all for now. That's all for today. And I wish you a great day ahead. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Komal Malik, for such an informative session. The takeaway from this session will be we communicate with all important things with proper person, we at proper time, accurately and honestly. That was great, Komal Malik. I would like to thank SSRVM Trust for organizing this wonderful session for our kids. And a big thank you to all the principal, teachers, students, and our tech department. See you same time tomorrow and the same link. Till that, bye-bye.
Thank you, Jai
Have a
Gurudev.
good